Justin Jefferson saying, having the type of season I'm having, I feel like that's a conversation that needs to be had for me to be the MVP. Well, you know what? Sure, we'll have it. Wish granted. You are now officially in the MVP conversation here on First Things First.
It's not just here, by the way.
This is important is because we are the number one show about having the conversation about who's in the conversation for MVP and who's competing against Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, it's a daily battle that we wage here.
Yeah, we've gone crazy, guys. There has to be, here's the deal. There have only been 2 unanimous MVPs in NFL history. There should have been way more. Peyton Manning is 55 touchdown year with Denver. He wasn't unanimous. Aaron Rodgers, 15 in 1 year when he was the defending champ. It wasn't unanimous. I think Favre got 1 vote. It was ridiculous. So there have been years. Cam wasn't unanimous. The only 2 unanimous MVPs were Brady in 2010 and Lamar in 2019. There should be a third name on that list this year. There is, especially now that they've expanded the ballot to where you don't just submit one name, you submit a first through fifth. That way everyone can be, because in the years past, I think what's happened is it's like we know Aaron's going to win it in 2011, so one person's like, but I want Favre to get some recognition, so I'll put his name on my ballot. And that's what second through fifth is. Wide receivers don't win this award. I didn't make that rule, but it's been the rule. In fact, since Jerry Rice, who got votes a bunch of years, since him, only 2 wide receivers have ever gotten any votes. Randy Moss, his rookie season, got 4 votes. And Cooper Kupp last year got 1 vote. And that's instructive because Cooper Kupp last year was better than Justin Jefferson this year, and he didn't come close to it. Cooper Kupp last year won the Triple Crown, 145 yards, 145 receptions, 1,950 yards, 16 touchdowns. That's 22 more catches than Jefferson has, almost 200 more yards than Jefferson has, and double the touchdowns.
Very good.
The year Moss had 23 touchdowns for the undefeated Patriots. He got 0 votes. You know why? Because it's not a wide receiver award. That's what Offensive Player of the Year is for. And so if we are now down, Greg, to is the real MVP the wide receiver in Minnesota? What it really means is for some reason, folks don't want it to be Mahomes. I don't know why. Maybe they find me annoying and they're holding it against me.
No, don't say that.
But it's got to be Mahomes, and then you can fill out the rest of your ballot.
So I want to make it abundantly clear. I'm not saying that Justin Jefferson should win MVP. However, what I am saying is that I agree with what he's saying. He should be considered, and moving forward, based on what we've seen, you just said, Cooper Kupp was a Triple Crown winner and didn't win.
Close.
And so I understand Justin Jefferson isn't going to win it, but the impact that receivers are having on these teams, and it's different with Cooper Kupp even Randy Moss and even Jerry Rice, because you look at their quarterbacks and you're like, yeah, but he was balling, like he's a player. Justin Jefferson is playing with Kirk Cousins, my dark horse MVP, by the way.
Correct.
So he gets a share in all of this if Justin Jefferson were to win.
Kirk Cousins has to be in the conversation?
However, when you look at Justin Jefferson and what he provides, you take him away from this team. We're not talking about the Minnesota Vikings.
Well, that's true.
That's
true.
what an MVP.
You take everybody away.
No,
take the center away. It's this team's growing.
No, that's what an MVP type player is. He's your best player, and you cannot thrive without them. Like, that is what I deem to be, me personally, when I watch teams play. If that team loses him, it's over. When the Green Bay Packers lost Aaron Rodgers, over. If the Kansas City Chiefs lose Patrick Mahomes, do you think they're winning?
No, of course not.
Exactly, it's over.
But here's the other thing, Wilds. If we are going to change the rules a bit, because I've said for a long time that I actually think the hardest award to win in the league is Defensive Player of the Year, because every position on the defense has won it. You've had D tackles, D ends, linebackers, corners, safeties all win it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. MVPs, it's quarterbacks with the occasional running back that wins it. So it's really only like 50 guys.
And that's not going to happen anymore.
That can win it.
As far as running backs.
It's going to be 10 years in a row with quarterbacks. This will be the 10th.
And so the thing is this. If we're going to break that tendency, then you know what Justin Jefferson needs? Not 8 touchdowns to go along with almost 2,000 yards.
Yeah, we got a graphic for you.
Oh, go ahead. So I didn't know we had a graphic.
No, it's the same thing. It's 8 touchdowns.
He needs 18 touchdowns. It needs to be, by the way, similar to what Cooper Kupp had last year, but it still wasn't enough because Rodgers had the monster season. And so I think right now it is pretty clear that for some reason or another, folks have been hesitant to just say the best player in the league who has the best numbers is league MVP. Because all year long we've been trying to find someone to compete with Patrick.
I'm gonna throw your own theory back to you. Remember you had a theory about like guys' weekend in like the Maldives?
Yeah.
Tell that story. That's pretty good.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's what I think's happening. Because now it's not a conversation between anyone else and Justin Jefferson. It's like I should be up on Mahomes level.
Yeah. No. What I had said is that if you really if you want to go to Vegas with your friends, you should tell your wife, hey, guess what? Just booked a trip to Bangkok with my buddies for the weekend. And she'll be furious. And then when you're like, all right, fine, honey, we'll just go Vegas, she'll all of a sudden be congratulating you and happy about it when you were always planning to go to Vegas. I don't know how that applies here.
Well, because now it's like, you know what? It's obvious I'm the best wide receiver. I should be in the MVP conversation.
Correct.
Don't put me on the same level as Stephon Diggs or Tyreek Hill.
Oh, so you think he's just trying to move the Overton window?
I'm not saying he's moving it. I'm not saying he's doing it on purpose, but that is what is going to happen all of a sudden. No one's talking about Stephon Diggs.
No one's talking about
MVP.
Tyreek Hill. That's interesting. It's like, okay, Justin Jefferson has superseded the best receiver in the game conversation and entered the MVP conversation, which he's not really in, but it makes it totally clear who the best receiver in the league is. I'll buy that. I like that. And I actually think that's true. I think he is the best receiver in the league. I think he is better than
Justin Jefferson. Got your wish.
Yeah.
Full-on 8-minute conversation on first things first.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.